Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Loctek Igloo MK3. This is the 2024 edition, brand new quick pitch tent, 3-berth tent, and made by Khyam. I've not used one of these quick pitch tents before, but I thought be quite handy for on the motorbike if you're doing a long trip and you get to the campsite and you just literally want to take your tent off, get it up as quick as possible, potentially in the rain, or even just, you know, you just want to get your head down after a good day's riding. So I reached out to Khyam and they sent me this to do an honest review on it. I've got to send it back, unfortunately, but if I like it, I might purchase it. But it's just a review of the tent, and like I say, it's my perspective, and we'll see how we go. So in the small bag here, these come separately, by the way. This is the additional ground sheet. It's got a 10,000 hydrostatic head, so it's obviously quite a thick ground sheet there, but it actually only weighs in at, I've weighed this, and it's 850 grams, so it's not excessively weight. So inside the bag, and just take that out there, this is the first time I've actually had any of this out of the packaging. I've literally got it out straight out the box, and this is it, and as you can see, the original straps. So yeah, first impressions, it feels really good quality, and it's going to give a good protection to the bottom of the tent. I know the ground sheets on the inner tents, they do carry a good hydrostatic head on those, but on rough ground, having one of these, yeah, it's gonna extend the life of the tent. So looking inside, yeah, it's got a little pack there with a, get that open, have a look at these pegs. Yeah, just sort of box standard pegs. Nothing too fancy, but they don't need to be with a ground sheet. Yeah, feel good quality, so that's really good. And the ground sheet itself, yeah, it feels really tough. It's not got tape seams on that, but it does feel nice and tough. We'll have not much more to say with that, really, because there's not much more to look at, but yeah, it's going to do the job nicely. So let's get on to the actual tent itself. It's a charcoal colour. The actual size of this on the website, they say it's 600 by 18 by 18. I've measured this with a tape measure, and this is how it came from Khyam themselves. I think that's going to be another 40 mil. I think that's more like 640 by about 230 by 230. I mean, it could compact down a little bit more on these compression straps here, but really size in a pack is, I mean, we're talking just a few centimeters. It's not really that important. The weight of that is actually 8 kilos, but on the back of a motorbike, spread across the back seat, and again over the panniers maybe, especially with my Triumph, that will quite happily sit on there. And if you've not got a pillion, if you're a solo rider, you know, it's weight really, for me, when people look at these things, it's not really the be all and end all. I think the product itself is the main thing, and also, you know, how the quality and how easy it is to pitch up. That's the main thing for me. And if you're more comfortable in a tent, then happy days, you know. Right, so unpacking the actual tent itself, a nice size bag. It doesn't feel tight in there, so it feels like there's going to be plenty of room when we're repacking that back in. This is, I might have said, this comes in the charcoal colour, a nice deep charcoal colour. So let's get that out. And then basically you've got a nice little patch there for tent repairs, a couple of eyelets, and a little bit of elastic strap there, so that can be quite handy if you needed that. And also then inside here, see what we've got. Yeah, again, just the pegs, same pegs as the ground sheet, the footprint ground sheet. So yeah, so I'm happy with those really. Seem pretty strong, so they all look pretty good. And then to the tent itself, let's just whip that open. Now this fly sheet itself on here, this has got a 5000 hydrostatic head on this one, and one of the things is with Khyam, which researching into the brand, I've never had their gear before, but they actually come with a lifetime guarantee. All their products come with a lifetime guarantee. I don't think there's any other manufacturer that does that. I've not seen it. Obviously there'll be a list as long as you are of the terms and conditions, which there normally is, but if you meet all the criteria, I think that's an amazing thing. And also with all their products, for every product that you purchase, they plant a tree, and obviously with the current climate and everything, again, can't really be a bad thing. So I quite like that that sort of ethos, if you like. So looking inside, these are the reflective guys. A lot of tents are coming with these reflective guys now. So that all looks pretty much as is. I don't think, obviously the poles are all in, so I don't think there's much more to do. Then let's get the tent up and have a good look at it. Okay, so that's it all up. I've not actually guyed it out. I don't think there's any need to guy it out. You can sort of, you know, these guy ropes and everything, they will pull that tent just that little bit tauter if need be. But to be honest with you, it's a really sturdy on its own. I did have a little bit of a difficulty getting it up, only because it's the first time I've ever put one of these up, but I can see it being really easy, with a couple of times putting that up and down. So let's just run through it then, really then. So this is the Igloo MK3, like we said earlier, and it's got this they call it a geo lock. This is just that little lock here, and that secures this porch bit that comes out on the front. The poles themselves really sturdy, and it's got these locking sections here, so when you want to dismantle it, you just pull that locker down. But it's really good, nice and secure. The base, the poles go into the base really nicely on these little hook and sort of like loop. They connect in there quite nicely. A couple of those were out, but they're quite easy to put back in. And yeah, so all in all, it seems really good. The fabric on this, it's a breathable 75 denier Weather Weave Pro, they call it, and that carries a hydrostatic head of 5,000. So that's plenty for our climates. On the top here, you've got this little protection piece here that clips on, and that then underneath you've got some nice venting at the top between, so it vents the outer and the inner, and that goes all the way around that, and this sort of cover, like I say, just clips on, and that just protects that from the weather. Right, let's get in and have a little look. All these guy ropes here, they've all got this sort of reflective sewn into the guys themselves, so at night time they're going to be really easy to see. So let's have a look for the inside. Everything pegs out nicely on that footprint ground sheet. So you've got a couple of Velcro bits here that go over the zip, and that feels nice and easy. And then you've got these couple of nice little windows either side. Let's get this up and have a little look. And that should just go up quite easily both sides. Yeah, and then you've got the normal sort of roll up, and then you can just hide that away up there. I'm just going to pop that up there for now. Into the sort of the vestibule area, you've got quite a decent size vestibule area really, just for a few little bits and bobs, maybe your boots if they're wet. And then you've got just a nice little Velcro tab here just to open up, and then that goes all the way back to allow a little bit more light in there. They're quite nice bright windows. And then here's your inner. It's quite a dark lining, which will be quite nice in the summer mornings with the direct sunlight coming in, but there's plenty of room between this sort of the inner and the outer tent, which obviously is really good for ventilation. Let's have a little look in here. It looks like there's a fly screen on here. Yeah, there's a fly screen there, so the backing and then the fly screen as well. That's quite nice, you know, again allowing ventilation without midges and things getting in if you needed to do that. And wow, now that is a big old tent. What I'm going to do, and then there's a little stuff sack on the side for the doorway to go in. Get that in there, which is quite nice. A little bit awkward just one-handed, but yeah, really nice and roomy. A couple of little pouches on the sides, one there and then one over that side. But I can see, I mean, it's quite a decent bright day. I can see that being quite nice in there, you know, early morning. I'm going to nip round to the back there because that actually opens right up. So let's go and have a little look at that. Just before I do that, I'm going to get in that screen and just show you this before I go round. Yeah, this is that doorway that unzips all the way there, look, and that then creates that nice mesh doorway there. And then on the outside, then it allows you to open that door up, and this is the view from the inside. So you've got this nice extra little storage area here, which is quite good. So then access your little bits and bobs from inside your tent if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the amount of room, to be honest. Anyway, let's go round back and then just see that. let's come round to this back. Now this is quite a nice feature on the back, just this single zip, again with the velcro on there, which is quite nice, just keeps that flap secure. And then let's have a little look at this. That opens up, and then this one opens up as well. It's quite nice. And then you've got this massive door at the back, opens all the way around like the front. And again, it's got a nice mesh over the door, which can be just used just to vent it. And then you've got a little stuff sack down there for the actual, to take it away there. Now look at that, that's perfect. It's really quite big. This is in internal measurements of the bedroom size is 2.3 meters by 2.6 meters. Now that will be from side to side, and then from sort of front to back there. And then the internal head height of that is a meter. So that's plenty of height. Now on the external measurements, you've got a total size of 3.4 meters by 2.9, and then you've got a height of 1.2 meters. Actually, I've just got my tape measure, because those measurements on the website I didn't think were right. Now on the height, I'm getting that height of the outer tent to, I think, 1.6 meters, and then definitely on the inner, and I think I said 1.2 meters there, and on the inner I've actually been in and got that with the tape measure at 1.4 meters, that is, because it's quite, I'll just turn that round so you can see me there, because I'm kneeling down, but yeah, it's really roomy. And I think we were doing that an injustice by saying only a meter, because actually you could, but you know, stand up here with a hunchback. But yeah, we were doing that a bit of an injustice there. They've got that wrong on the website. So yeah, that was a good thing. I just got the tape measure out there, because it did seem a lot bigger. But anyway, all the other facts I think were fine, so carry on with the video. It's so far, I mean, it seems a really good tent. The quality of the outer feels really good. Fully taped seams all the way round. Yeah, I quite like it. Look at that for ventilation. You're not going to get much condensation building up on there if you vent it like that. Yeah, so all in all, seems a really good tent. I can't really think of anything that's standing out to me, that I could say, well, I don't like that. I think they seem to have got everything right. So yeah, really nice tent. And for the first pitch up, I didn't do too bad. I think they say on the website, I think it's about 20 or 30 seconds. I definitely didn't take that. I think it was about a minute and a half, maybe maybe 2 minutes. But like I said, I've never put one of these up before. But yeah, all in all, it seems quite nice, seems good quality. So if you're looking for a quick pitch tent for your travels, whether it be motorcycling or even in the car, you know, it's I'm sure you'd quite enjoy this. Okay, so I think we'll leave it there. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I hope you like the review. Any questions, just drop me a comment or a message, and hopefully try and answer that as honest as I can. But yeah, all in all, yeah, very good product. Okay, I'll catch you later. Cheers.